Okay.
What can I get started for you?
We'd like some churros.
It's a Miata. Beautiful. It's a Miata.
ありがとうございます。
Do an unboxing video. Love, Andy. How much time did you waste doing this? Okay, I love making unboxing videos. I actually love making all sorts of different videos for the US Airsoft channel. But how am I not supposed to be excited when a 36-pound box that's this freaking massive shows up at my door from E&L of all people? I mean, just yesterday, I unboxed a new Dye i5 from SS Airsoft, and this thing looks awesome. But it just keeps getting better and better. So let's just go ahead and tear into this thing. But real quick, it looks like 69% of people, nice, are not subscribed to the US Airsoft channel who regularly watch. What's up with that? So go ahead and subscribe now if you haven't already, because you'll definitely want to be a subscriber once you see what's inside this thing, and once you hear what I have planned for some of the things in here. Now, to state the obvious, I'm super excited to get anything from E&L. It's not something I get to brag about often. It's freaking E&L, the company that people cream themselves over. So as soon as this box showed up, I ran outside to film an RC car. Was it worth it? I know I've had some bad experiences with older E&Ls, partly due to bad luck or due to my own lack of knowledge. So with this box opened, I want to see what makes these new E&Ls that are marked with essential so special. Also, I'm giving away 2 of these, so go ahead and follow all my social medias to increase your odds in winning. Stop self-promoting. Please subscribe. I need a new car. Popping this first box open, we get a pretty nice presentation with this banner and a cap on top of the charging handle so the box doesn't get punctured during shipping. This other box shows what happens without this plastic cap. I don't know if they've always been doing this kind of presentation, since finding an E&L around me is sometimes kind of hard. But I like this setup. Actually, I love this setup with the included real steel toolkit and rating certification. And of course, I like what's under it all. An AK-74MN. But oh, I hate that orange flash hider. But that's something E&L thought about, because we get an all-black steel one in the box, as well as the little oil bottle that we all expect from E&L, and all the other important stuff. So the essential line is E&L's way of bringing costs down for people that want an E&L, but... Oh my fucking god! To do this, they had to cut some corners with some brainpower behind it. It's not too evident how they did that until I take out the AKS-74U I was also sent. The one glaring change that any experienced E&L owner will notice is the wood quality that's been downgraded from the well-varnished and deep red mil-spec laminate wood that we've all come to expect from something made from a real AK producer to Kazuki wood. It's almost like looking at a video game texture that hasn't popped in or something, but it's still well oiled like the steel parts. E&L is still on the top of their game with realism, from the rivets, the ridges, angles of certain parts, and so on and so forth. You really have to get that kind of stuff perfectly correct now. You can't just reuse the same dust covers or gas blocks across all of your AKs anymore, since everyone on the internet is fucking Brandon Herrera.
No, this isn't an airsoft gun.
Pretty much everything else on the outside is left the same. It's just the wood that's changed, but even then, It's not that bad and can be replaced whenever you have the money for that upgrade, unless you like to do your own staining and other woodwork. The only thing the Essential line won't offer are CNC rails or any of that tactical stuff for now. It's the Essential line. Get it? But I really appreciate E&L for not skipping out on those bonus items like the correct flash hiders or the toolkits. Just don't use the toolkit to actually clean your brass inner barrel. This kit is just a cool extra for the real thing. Just slide it into the stocks that have this trapdoor for a little bit of extra realism. The bodies are still strong enough to use as anvils, and all the other great features that these replicas had, like the magwell spacer, traditional AK hop-up, sight rails where they're supposed to be, and the close to the real thing construction is still here. They didn't cheapen their replicas so far into parodies of themselves. Where a lot more of the cost savings took place is on the inside, and this is what I'll have to really dive into when I put together some newer in-depth reviews on this new line. But since I plan to give away 2 of these beautiful replicas, I'll just list the parts instead. The motor has been switched to an M120 standard motor, and the polymer cylinder head and steel cylinder have changed from the CNC one-piece steel cylinder and cylinder head. The spring guide has had its ball bearing removed, but the guide is still made from steel. The nylon piston has been reinforced, and the connections, although they're small to me as right now, will switch to Dean's or T-style plugs in mid-2022. All of these parts can still be upgraded easily or kept as they are now, so no need to worry about any proprietary parts. The parts that help reduce the prices of the Essential line won't hold you back whenever you take your E&L to the next level. And these changes were done with care in mind. This wasn't a quick job just to get product out the door. The lack of a MOSFET or electronic trigger system also helps bring down the costs. I've always had a love for what E&L tries to do, and I've said this before. I want every airsoft manufacturer to succeed and do better. Even if you truly hate a company, which I don't at all when it comes to E&L or any other airsoft company, would you say that you never want them to be a good company? Do you really prefer to lose that company altogether and whatever potential they had to feel better about something? It just seems very wasteful. I know that I've had my bad experiences, but I also acknowledge that I'm the minority of users here. So I hope that these do very well in the market. The more AKs, the better, especially since there was another E&L in this shipment. Yeah, I'm not giving away this AKMS. It's just too nice. Slap a drum mag in it with the stock folded already so you can't use it, and it's even better. Of course, I'm super thankful to E&L for making this unboxing video happen, and for having the werewolves to take the chance on me despite the prior videos that I've made over E&L. I have high hopes for these, as they help the more budget-minded consumers out there. But what about that giveaway that I mentioned a couple times? Well, I'm working with E&L right now to sort all of it out. But yes, these 2 replicas will be given away, and I want to make it a global giveaway, even if that means I send you cash if you live outside the United States, unless E&L will sort that part out. I know for sure that one will be given away over the USAirsoft Instagram page, and one will be given away to the subscribers here on the channel. So I'd say go follow me on Instagram and subscribe now if you haven't already. Seriously, the bigger we grow and the faster we grow, it all means the more weird and awesome opportunities that I get to use to spoil all of you. Oh, and follow me on Twitter if you don't mind. But real quick, I want to give a big shout out to all of the USAirsoft channel members for continuing to support everything I do here. Everyone here, like Overrev666, Ventrex0011, DJ8920, Lethal Burrito, Lucas Forney, Beaver Gaming 64, Who, Mank, and everyone else you see on this list are freaking awesome for directly supporting the channel. They do so much to keep USAirsoft throbbing, and so can you by hitting the join button today. Every new channel member will get exclusive perks that only they'll get to enjoy, and a shout out in the very next video. So why not help the channel even more by becoming a member today? But until that next video drops from the city of Dallas, Texas, this has been Scott Hollenbeck, and I will be sure to see you all next time.
At last, in 2006, we have another PVC version. You'd think by now they'd get a little more creative with these titles, but it's as bland as they come. Dracula. Let's call it the BBC 06 version. Now that I've introduced the Dracula dozen, let me reiterate, there exist plenty of other Dracula films. These are just the ones I find to be worthy contenders as being the most faithful to the book. And it's always possible another rare, undiscovered one can turn up later. The Turkish version, for example, I didn't find out about until the last minute. Let's start by looking at the most drastic departures. We know that each film takes its own liberties, inventing its own material that was never in the book. In Nosferatu, an entire plague happened.
If only we could fly!
The Universal versions change.
Can you feel it? No! Generation!